Have I been able to keep up with my Sew Every Day in June challenge? And what have I been up to in my sewing room this week? G'day, my name is Sean, and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. Come see what I've been working on, what I've completed, and all the other fun and exciting news. Let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. The first thing I want to show you is some more progress on the 100 Acre Woods. I've been working on the Tigger block for a while, and it's now time to show you the next update on this, and I'm really happy because we're getting closer to the end. You've seen the face, and you've seen the body, and now it's all coming together. And so all we have now to do is put the back end of the tiger onto the tail, back legs, and then he'll be all done. I've also done this little section, which is part of the back of the tiger, and so we are making some pretty good progress. I think we're on like the third last page of 18 or something like that. So we're making some really good progress. The next thing I want to show you some progress on is what I've been calling the pink quilt, which is going to be for our next exchange student. I have put another row on this, and it's starting to look really, really fun. If you like pink, you gotta love this one. And it would help if I put it the right way around. You got to see the back of it. And so here we go. You got 3 rows out of 10. We're using 8 different pink fabrics. And so that's that. So hopefully next week you'll be able to come back and see more progress on that. And then the last thing I have for works in progresses is Toasty the Dragon, which is a legit kit. And I have made one more block, this one here. It's only got 5 pieces, but it still took me a while. But I'm having fun with this process. And so we've got this here. And then I went ahead the other day and attached these two together, which is what you saw last week. I'm doing upside down and backwards today for some reason. And then if you spin it around, you see it right there. These purples are still throwing me off, but that's the color they've told us to put in there, and I'm sure in the end it's all going to make sense. Well, that's what I have for my works in progress. I have a few finished objects to show you later on in the episode and some more news, but before we do that, let's take a look at our week in review. For anyone that's new, this is just a series of videos I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody, when they make a quilt for someone else, do you ask the recipient about fabric choices, or do you just use their favorite colors, or do you just wing it by yourself? It was wonderful reading all the responses. Some of you let them choose, some of you just go with their favorite colors, and some of you even asked them to go to a couple of online fabric stores and pick out some fabrics, which I thought was a really neat idea. This week I thought it'd be interesting to ask, what quilt are you most proud of? And for me, this one was tough because originally I would have said it's the Wizard of Oz quilt because this is the one I show everybody when I tell them I'm a quilter. But I think the one that I'm the most proud of would be this patchwork quilt here, because this is something that I started when I was very new on my quilting journey. I could not get these parts figured out to line up, and I put it to the side and got my skills better, and I was able to finish this here. So being able to overcome things, this would be the one that I'm most proud of. Let me know which one is yours in the comments. So what are my goals for this week? Well, I'd like to finish off Tigger because we are getting pretty close to finishing him off. And then I'd also like just to cut out something else, the next block for whatever block we're doing next. Because I'm really itching to get some more cutting done and making some more progress, because I'm worried I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to have nothing cut, and that's going to be sad. Let me know what your goals are for this week. And so now it is time for our news and events, and we had a couple of events this week. The first one was I was live with my friend Tammy, where we made the pig block from the Fab Farm by Elizabeth Hartman. You'll get to see that completed block later on in the episode. Yesterday morning I did not have my live as we were preparing to send Eva to the airport, but I put out a year in review, so you'll get to see all of our adventures over the last year in one video. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. This coming week I'm going to have the Clue 5 time lapse. It's all ready to go. You'll be able to see that early this week. And then this Saturday morning I will have a live, but there's going to be a few details I still have to figure out. Am I going to do it here before I go up to Richmond, or am I going to broadcast live nearby from the quilt show itself? We will be going to Road to Virginia on Saturday. I'm looking forward to seeing all the beautiful quilts and hopefully meeting some of you. So please let me know in the comments if you are planning to attend. We might try and do a meetup or something like that as well. It is time for our next guild meeting, and we'll be hosting it over on my Discord channel at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. If you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. We always welcome you members. And if you do decide to come join us, just bring yourself and any show and tell items that you've been working on recently. We always love seeing what you've been up to. And so now it is time to be able to share with you some completed objects. The first one is Clue 5 of the Flyaway Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. And this one has been one of my favorite blocks because it has so many different elements in it. We have the economy blocks, we have a pinwheel, and then we have this block down here whose name I just can't remember. Let me know in the comments if you know what it's called, because it's escaping me. I don't know what this final design is going to look like, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And then I also want to show you the pig block, which is the one I worked on with Tammy last week. I apparently cut one of the pieces too small, so I wasn't able to finish it on her live, but you get to see it today. So here is Mr. Piggy. I love the fabrics that I picked out. It's actually the same fabrics that I used on my live last week for a totally different project, so that's a lot of fun. And so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please hit that like button. Tell a friend. I always love hearing comments from my viewers. I hope you'll have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you next time. Bye.